Well, hi guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's been listening to my voice since I got COVID. I'm back now. Not like 100% well, but at least I'm able to talk. Can't really think straight. Things are pretty blurry right now, but I guess we don't have to think straight today. Just sit straight and listen to what Peter has to say. So this is Peter, P1. He's actually a friend of mine and university time in Canada. Um, So let me give him a brief introduction. So this guy actually managed to be a really successful trader, not only in crypto and also in the stock market. But in this crypto market, what he did was that he was actually number one on the perpetual challenge in Binance. So anyone could actually click into the link that we have in the announcement, and you would see what did he do, or you could see his name up there just at Binance page. So I guess that is something that is worth mentioning. But anyways, that just not let me do all the talking. Peter, would you mind introducing yourself, please?
Okay, hi, Apeiron family. I'm P1. I'm also Peter. I'm Peter and P1, and I'm a professional trader and currently ranked number one on Binance. And very thankful for Lester to invite me to this chat room, so I can get to talk about like the whole market sentiment and stuff.
Thank you. The honor is ours. So yeah, so I saw that you actually did quite a few trades. Like I mean, there are trades that I thought if only I followed. Like at least I still remember when you asked us to short ETH when it was 3,100. At least I sold some of my ETH, but I didn't short it. But if I shorted it, that's gonna make me a huge fortune. But why do you decide that that was a good time to short at that time?
Well, yeah, because like to me, I've been in the industry for more than 10 years now. Um, Not just in crypto. I started with traditional finance, and I think most of the Web3 investor, the common mistake they make is that they underestimate the effect on the global economy downturn. Yeah, so once that's that I've been warning about this since like the 2021, since like the crazy rally you guys probably all witnessed. And I have been warning about like how crypto market will dry up when US equity start to decline. And that actually did happen. Started started like beginning of this year, and that's also why I believe that like the money is all in the same pool. So like if U.S. equity start to drying up, then like crypto industry would definitely crash as
I, s-
well.
I see. So what you're saying that is that crypto market is super related, or the correlation between crypto and stock market are actually super positive. Is that what
It's
you're trying to
super
say?
high. And it's so cryptos you have to do analysis based on S&P 500 index. Think a
I
lot of
see.
you guys must know about this, but the correlation is actually zero point 0.8, and the beta is 4. So if S&P dropped 1%, then Bitcoin is gonna drop 4%, roughly like that.
Oh wow. Okay, that's even more fluctuate than the stock market, I could say.
Yeah, so exactly. So like if you take in like what's S&P right now is at 4,000 points, and the all the professional investment banking, they're giving the projection estimates on next year's S&P is they're it's going down toward the 3,200 zone. That also means that for like the more there will be another like 20% decline
On
happening
it, on S&P.
on S&P. So
So
if you apply that by the beta 4, so like if you apply that to the crypto market, then there's a chance that Bitcoin will drop even more.
Yeah, if we follow that calculation and we apply everything, then we're gonna look at Bitcoin at around what 4,000. Top of
Oh
my
no,
head, doing the calculation.
we'll hit like 14,000 first. That's the first stop
14,000,
we
right?
hit. Yeah.
But if S&P drops 20% and the beta is 4, then doesn't it mean that BTC is gonna drop 80%?
Yeah, but that's not like you have to calculate it. You also have to like that's the general idea of it.
Gotcha,
But
gotcha.
like
So it
there's also a
deviates.
sentiment. Yeah.
Right, right, right. Got it, got it. Okay. And yeah, so I mean, it certainly sounds pretty horrible and scary, but at the same time, I mean, when the market is falling, it doesn't mean that there is no money to be made. You can still short it, like how you called out ETH, called out Luna and GMT. I followed none of them, which I regret the most. If only I followed any one of them, then
I'm actually pretty surprised that you didn't follow them.
yeah, I sold my holdings. At least I sold it. At least, but I didn't short it. But yeah. But I did follow your call on yesterday about the on the put option on the Russell index. That hopefully we're gonna do something good, and let's see let's see if I could add more tonight because I didn't have enough cash in the account yesterday.
But yeah, because for this year I have been shorting Russell index time to time. That's the only index I'm shorting is because all the problem that US cost right now it all started with like mid cap, small cap of companies.
Right, right. I mean, if we still have the shorting opportunity at 10:30 tonight, let me know. I'm gonna short out of it.
You're gonna okay, sure, yeah. We opened up the put contracts and all the way until the expiry is actually in March. So I'm gonna short the hell out of it until Q1 of 2023.
Great, great, great. Yeah, tell me more about that later. But anyways, so I see that you are doing a lot of stuffs. Like you are, I think you had a long position on TSM, and then suddenly, like right after you close the position on TSM, and then you just decided to short Russell Index. So I guess that there are a lot of things that are happening within December that makes you do so much different kind of directions on investment strategies. Like, but what would you be looking at in this December? Like, what's happening this month? What are you expecting, and what would you do?
Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly share my screen with you guys so we have a better idea what's going on, what's
Sure.
really going on right now. Okay, so let me do this right now. So yeah, probably all of you guys could see my screen right now. So we will start with what was going on last Friday. Last Friday, actually, that was the non-farm payroll report, and we see a huge spike on the non-farm payroll report. Wait, let me see. Sorry.
Sorry, would you mind filling the gaps for us? What does the payroll index do?
Oh, it's just the measurement of like how like it's the measurement of
The
how
salaries are.
yeah.
Gotcha,
Wait,
gotcha.
I need to find it first. It's actually right here. All right, so the job is actually increased by how much? This is the new high on. So the estimate was actually 200,000 on the job increase, and right now is we're sitting at the report came out last Friday. We're sitting at 263,000 new jobs that add into this report.
That should be a good thing, no?
No, that's not a good thing because that means this kind of bigger like movement, bigger spike. It means that people are losing their day-to-day job. They started to part-time. Do you get what
Oh,
I'm saying? They started to because they lost their actual job. their day-to-day job. Then they started to do part-time jobs.
Okay, but how do you see that from the numbers? Because we only see that they are expecting that there are going to be 200K people who are working.
Yeah, so this report actually is compressed by like all the jobs in the all kind of industry, right? But the most increased industry are in the service industry. And that's a huge problem because the people started to actually do part-time jobs on like the all kinds of service like being a waiter, like they're getting multiple jobs at one time. And
Got
that's
it.
not a good sign. That's not a good sign. And also like you see here, you see um right here. So you see like the average hourly earning increased to 5.1.
Right.
So it again to actually bid it the estimate, the projection as well.
And
So
that is not a good thing again?
that is not a good thing because this is gonna drive up the inflation even more.
Wow. Okay.
It puts like a really upward pressure. This is the what really caused wage spiral.
Right.
So wage spiral leads to a severe increase in inflation. That's the key part of the inflation.
Okay. But I thought people, if you earn more, you're going to have more money to spend in the stocks. No?
Not really, because the product will become even more pricey.
I see. I see. Wow. Okay.
So
That
yeah,
kind of.
because in the end, it all applies back to you.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it
So
makes sense.
so this is not a good sign. So last Friday, this non-farm report actually crashed the market, but the market didn't crash. It actually crashed first on like at 8:30 p.m. And then what happened is that the institution, which is the hedge fund managers, start to pulling a large sum of the money into the market. So
Okay.
we see like this the flash drop and then like a slowly recover, and then the index has actually managed to only lose a little bit on the intraday.
I see. I see.
So like by if you want to know if you want to know the movement from the institution, what they're doing is to best to look at the this one. So this one is actually what professional traders are using, including me. I'm using this kind of analysis at the institutional level. So you can go on this website. It's called Commodity Future Trading Commissions. And this is the official website of the CFTC. And then once you are on the site, you can go on this market data and economic analysis. And once you're here, then you click on this report. It's called Commitment of Traders. So you can ignore all these columns. We're not trading. We're not trading commodities. So if you're a commodity traders, then this will be the report that you're looking at. But we are not. We're not trading commodity at the moment. So we will scroll down and we will see this. You go on financial, and then you will click on the traders in financial futures. And probably like some of you guys know that I'm an option trader, and you'd be asking why don't I just click on the option report? It's because option has many option is like four-dimensional trading. So it has like many directions that you cannot it's very hard to do analysis based on the option report it's given. So it's easier to actually click on to look at the future report. So if you go on this report, you see like all kind of future that has been trading from CBOE or Chicago Board Exchange. Once you're in this report, the only thing you need to look at is the index future. So what will be the index future? It will be you should type in E-mini. So E-mini is the future product that CBOE, Chicago Board Exchange launched. So once you type in E-mini, it shows you like the S&P or kind of index future. This is consumer staple index. So there are a lot. There are energy index. So what we really need to look at is this one. So is the S&P 500 index future. So once you're here, then you see like, okay, so first this is the date. So it's actually this report was due on last Wednesday, so November 29th. And you only need to look at the institutional movement. So it's best to do analysis on what they're doing. Like once they're leading, they're the market leader. They lead the market. So whatever they do, it's best to be on track with it. So once you're here, then you will look at the long short contracts, and you see the change on the weekly basis, right? So this is changing from the weekly basis. Then you see like this is the drastically increase on the contract. So this also explains why November 30th, while Powell was talking, while Powell was speaking on the meeting, the FOMC meeting, for no reason, the market just like skyrocketed, right? So if you actually so first we see this this is like 30 close to 30K contracts increase, and the change is you see like the open interest. Open interest is how can I explain what's open interest? Open interest is for like the positions that's in the market that's not being closed. So there are like 23 million contracts in the market right now that's not closing. And the change with the open interest is actually increase another 10K.
For this part, it could either be a long position or a short position, right?
Yeah, but again, you're back to this part, then you see like there isn't people shorting the market, and
Right.
or there isn't institutional buying protection, not that much, but you see like the long position increased by close to 30K. So this was on November 29th. So if we back to the chart right here, S&P. So if you look at the future, so if you look at this chart, let's go to November 29th. Oh, I put the arrow right here. So on only November 29th, there isn't much movement. It kind of just stopped here. And then the next day, while Powell was speaking during the meetings, it just spiked like crazy. So this explains why like during like November 30th, there is a huge spike on the index, like all kind of index, like Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq. Is because all these institutional they're buying the market. So one thing you have to remember that for the short term, not necessarily the price movement the price movement will align with the macro, not necessarily.
Right. Only because the institutions are longing the position, having long positions, meaning that they would have to buy up the market. So the price would just go up. But
Yeah.
after you
So
look at the reports, that it's gonna be too late to actually react to it.
yeah, so this is actually crazy, eh? Like you see institutional, they're buying like close to what, like 4%?
Yeah.
Like 4%. Yeah, like 3.5% on the S&P. That's crazy. That's that's a lot of money they pulled in.
Right.
So it was until this date, then I closed my AMD positions. I also got out from my Taiwan Semiconductor positions as well, TSN.
Right. But
So
why
I
didn't you
sold everything.
why did you close the positions? Like I thought since the institutional players are coming in, like they should be buying up the floors, right?
Yes. So okay. So if you guys see this chart, you see me drawing like this line right here. So my estimation on the S&P was that S&P were gonna go up to 42,000 zone and
Right.
then drop back. But this type of things I can never know. You know, I'll take actions while the price is moving, but I will never know whether it will reach 42,000. I drew this line actually way back then, just giving like a projection on how much the bounce will be.
Right.
But
Right.
then, but then, after the first I explained the non-farm report, right? So after the non-farm report, um actually started to selling. Actually started to sold most of my positions,
Okay.
and I turned short on the market as well because if you look at here, so this market has been pricing in that the rate hike is like to what's that 50-point basis, right?
Right.
You see the probability right here. So in December, we're actually having the 50 this is 80% chance that we're having a 50-point basis hike.
Right.
Yes, but then after this, so this bounce, this bear market rally, it has been pricing in for 2 months just based on this, right? Just based on the Fed will slow down on the rate hike,
Right.
right? By doing like 50-point basis. But then after the non-farm job report came out, that's the game changer because right now they well because the meeting is actually in December 14th, so they're not gonna change this time. But what's coming is actually in like beginning of 2023, they need to raise even more rate, more hikes are coming.
Right.
So the final rate, it hasn't been decided. Even like Powell doesn't know like how high will this rate be, right?
Right.
How high will be will the interest rate be? Right now, so if you look at this page, you see like there is a good chance. There is a good chance. So in like 2023 May, there's a good chance that we're getting 5.25%. And this has been increasing. Last time I checked, it was like 35. Right now it's 41. It started to increase. It's because of the non-farm report that came out last Friday that scared the hell of the whole whole market. Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
So this might be even more. Like we might have a crazy rate hike again next year. It's not just gonna stop here. So the thing is, the non-farm report also explains by having like the 50-point basis hike, it might be a mature move. It might be. So
Right.
So this bear market rally, it won't last. That is also why I started to short. I started to short Russell Index as well.
Got it. So in your views, like since we are still looking at May, and if let's say if they are still hiking or still increasing the interest rates and by 50 BP per month or per 2 months, like when is this gonna stop? Like if it doesn't stop, then are we gonna see the bottom? Are we ever gonna see the bottom?
So first we are first we need to see if the CPI stops, right? So if the CPI stops, then the rate hike will slow down as well.
Right.
Um, we are not like in during November we saw like the CPI actually went down a little bit. Yeah, it actually went down to 7.7 in November. But
Right.
see, like the thing is, I told you after last Friday, the non-farm report, the wage spiral, it actually went up so much that I think for December report, December CPI report, it will become even worse than even worse than the November one.
So what you're saying is that okay, so just wait for the CPI report. Like if it really turns out to be worse than November one, then every short position that you have planned beforehand is going to make you a huge fortune. Can I kind of interpret that in a layman way?
Yeah. It's because when you buying put options, there's also there's also volatility in the put option itself. So
Right. But
usually, like people bet on the event. So that is also why I started to short early. The same thing for the Tesla short I made in October as well.
right.
Yeah, so I actually started early, so I don't get like too the put option itself doesn't get pricey.
Got it. Got it. So you're basically betting on the event that you think is going to happen pretty much sure, and you just simply find a good position and go in, pick a longer term, pick a contract that has a longer term, and just close the laptop, close the app, whatever apps that you're using, and just wait it out, right?
Yeah, like during my 6 years of trading career, I started same as everyone, right? I started as staring at the screen 24/7, but now I just don't. Now I write contracts and I use like the timestamps to actually lock in my profits. So I
Oh,
don't. So
right,
yeah,
right.
so I don't look at the candlesticks anymore. But then also I'm a number one trader on Binance as well. So like if you ask me like technical analysis, then I'm probably one of the best technical traders as well. But
Right,
just
right,
that I don't do that right now just because I don't find it necessary because I'm trading options, right? Option it gives you like um specific targets and also it gives like for like trading options it's very logical.
right. It's more like betting on an event, the probability of one huge event, or instead of just looking at candlesticks and looking at lines, looking at like how this line just went through that line and how this candlestick was lower than that line. Like instead of just looking at these, we are more like studying about the whole environment and betting on some kind of events that are likely to happen, and you just do things beforehand. Is that correct?
Yes, that's also why I shorted like Luna, like Luna, GMT, like Ethereum. The reason I shorted them all is it's all based on not just macro, but like if you study into like what they're giving out, their white papers,
Right.
things just don't make sense. Yeah, so it's
That
just
is
being a professional trader, you need to think logically.
Right, right. Oh, and let me just fill in the gaps for people who doesn't really know who P1 is. So I think I've been following your Instagram since last. I mean, I've been following your Instagram for a while, but at least you have only been posting about your tradings until last summer or something like that, like around a year or so, right? You've been posting your positions, you've been posting a lot of things about your tradings, and I think you started off with around 1 million USD. Is that correct? Like when you started
Um,
posting, or how much did you
yeah,
have when you start posting?
yeah, because like there is some like keyboard warriors, like some like internet trolls, and
Right.
they're being saying they've been telling me that hey, like um I don't show stats and stuff, right? So I actually last year September, probably last year August actually, I started trading publicly with $1 million. And
Right. And where did that bring you to until today? Like that's 1 year and 4 months so far.
right now I'm sitting at $2.87 million right now.
Right. Way to go. 1 year and 4 months. That is
Yeah, during
one
bear
point.
market. During
Yeah.
bear market though.
One
I
point.
actually I could probably do more, but if it was a bull market, but then like bear market, you just gotta do things conservatively.
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, I guess so. Do we basically have a basic understanding, or have you done explaining what the markets, or at least the stock market's going to look like, and what do we have in the next few months? Like, do are we done explaining this part? Do you think?
Yeah, probably like yeah, so because I'm an option trader, right? Um yeah, I actually shorted Tesla started in October as well. So right now I'm just gonna short everything until next year Q1, and then I'm
Right.
gonna buy the dip and then it's gonna go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it too. Buy
A
two more.
bigger picture of it, right? So like yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a few more put option contracts right after I get off the call, right after right when the market opens. But anyways, I guess the reason why I'm asking this is that a lot of us are actually crypto traders as well. I guess a lot of people are wondering, like, okay, so this is how the US market is gonna look like. What about the crypto market? Like, what are we expecting for the crypto market? What should we do about it?
Okay. For crypto market, usually see thing is like US market always is the leading indicators. So if markets stop plummeting during next year Q2, then you need to if US stocks start to recover from this severe drop in 2023, then you should be buying cryptos, but it would be better if you can buy a long-term option contracts on crypto on bitcoins. That'd be a better trade, honestly.
Right, right. Where can we do that? Can we do that on Binance?
You cannot do that in Binance. So there are a few option platforms that you can do it, but also before before the FTX incident happened, I was gonna say like buying a GBTC long-term option contracts on from the traditional market.
Right.
Yeah, so if you can actually purchase a 2 years term options on the bitcoins, so
Okay.
that ensure you to get Bitcoin at like 14,000 for the next 2 years. That's like
Okay.
best deal ever.
That is for sure. Shit, I never knew that there was something like that. I've been like before I was actively trading cryptocurrencies. I was doing more US stock markets. I was trading US stocks and stuff, not sleeping at all. Just like what you said, like looking at the candlesticks, looking at lines, starting at 9:30 p.m. HK time, and then just all the way up to like 2 a.m. and go to sleep. Sometimes I go to sleep at 4:30 because sometimes the market so fluctuate. But if I wanted to invest in anything crypto related, I could just go for companies like Nine Cities, Coinbase, and I can't remember the names anymore. But yeah, you get what I mean. Okay, so
Yeah,
GBC is something that is more accessible to the retail traders in the financial market, right?
in the traditional market,
In the
yes.
traditional market.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
actually they have like all the also like even Chicago Board Exchange, CBOE, they have future derivative products on Bitcoin as well. So maybe we can look that up, and then we can like buy options contracts based on the underlying.
got it. So you still think that even for the crypto market, it's better to buy an option contract instead of just shorting it, right?
It is better, but you need to. It's like okay, so but it is better, but I'm not recommending you to actually stare at a screen and like try to buy the dip on Bitcoins. You know, that's not gonna help. The
Right,
buffer, like the buffer, like when you're doing a trade, the buffer it should be time.
right.
It shouldn't be technical analysis. It shouldn't be like the line you drew on the chart. Yeah.
Got it, got it. So what do you think? Like, what do you think of the crypto market so far, or what do you think? What's going to happen in the next quarter, the next 3 months, or next month?
Well, just like I said to you, right? So, all the investment banking, they're giving projection on 2023 based on the S&P is gonna fall even more to 3,200. That's like that's so that's actually like most of the fund manager they agree that S&P will fall to 3,200, right?
Right,
And previously, I actually did a calculation. The number came out to be Bitcoin sitting at around 14,000. That would be the first stop to hit.
right. 14,000.
So yeah, so I cannot give you like the exact where is it gonna be at the end of 2023,
Right,
because usually like there's a delay, there's a lag between traditional market and also with Bitcoin as well. So
right,
if you look at what happened during the pandemic in 2020, um, traditional market actually recovered really fast, right? It
right.
recovered
Super
like
fast.
super fast. But then back in 2020, Bitcoin wasn't moving that much.
Right,
Yeah, it wasn't moving. It wasn't moved as much as what traditional market did back then, and it went like spike up during 2021.
right. Almost 1 year lag.
Yeah, so like have to like 1 year lag. So that's what I'm saying. Like after U.S. market might started to recover, we might see the bear market bottom in 2023 Q2. So you need to push the time to half or 1 year more for a group for to see a crypto bull run. That's what I'm saying.
Right, right. So, but before the bull run, usually there's gonna be a bottom, right? And the bottom is gonna last for a while. It's not just gonna bounce just like 2020 March, right?
So the thing is, I have been trading crypto ever since 2016. I have been Ethereum investors since 2016, and I can tell you this straight up. Every time when crypto market plummet and when they hit like bottom, it just went like sideways market for such a long time, and the sideways market isn't moving. It's not a volatile market. It's like a dead. It's like a dead market. So it's very hard to trade these type of parts.
Right. So I guess so these times are, I mean, at least after listening to all these, I think my strategy is just gonna play some games, buy an option contract and wait it out. And then once I cash out my option contract, I'm just gonna wait until it's completely dead, and then I'll go in and buy something, and I'll just wait for the next bull run again.
Yeah, buying an option will be the best. Actually, it is the best choice. It's because option it gives you like let's say if you buy the contract with 2 years expiry, this ensures you to own the ownership of the Bitcoin for the next 2 years at the strike. So I say if Bitcoin goes down to 10K, then you purchase the 2 year long-term option contracts. And what's gonna happen is you this 2 years you own the rights to own BTC at 10K, right?
Right,
So if let's say if US equity market started to recover and BTC started to recover a bit as well, you don't need it to be back to a 60,000 mark. You just need it to go up a little bit, right? From like
right,
10K to 20K. That's like
right,
what like that's like already 100% gain.
right,
And with the option contracts, it's actually so much cheaper. It's only like 1/10 of the cost.
right. So if it goes up by one time, like 100%, you're actually earning 1,000%.
Exactly, exactly.
Wow. Okay. Sounds really tempting. I would be looking for a platform to buy that shit now.
Yeah, it's also why I started to teach options. Is because these things are so interesting.
Right. I really have to look into it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Teach me sometimes.
Cool.
Okay. So I guess we are stacking up some AMA questions. I guess we could start answering them. So we do have, if you are listening and you do have a question, feel free to ask P1. P1 actually has his own channel, in his own place. What he's gonna do is that he's gonna do these kind of market sentiments once per week at least, and he's gonna make some calls. He was making a call about a put option on Russell Index, and I followed. I was late because I was moving around and I didn't really bought any options before. So it took me a while to figure out how to buy the options just by being that like that lag or that latency. Around 10 minutes cost me around 5% of the potential income. But still, I still managed to get on. Luckily, I would probably buy more today at 10:30 p.m. But yeah, if you have any questions and if you would like to join P1's server, the only requirement is to ask a question at AMA questions, and if you get selected by P1 to answer your question, then you're gonna get entitled to his access to his server. Okay, so P1, would you mind going to the AMA questions channel and pick some questions that you would answer for us, please?
Sure. I cannot see the channel at the moment. Where would it be? Sorry.
Just scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. So it's all the way up until you see the server stats. Count.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right under the server stacks. So if you see announcements, Twitter, channel and rows, scam alert, and AMA questions.
I don't see it.
Hmm.
I probably don't have the role.
Let me should be showing now.
Okay. See? Oh, I saw it right now. AMA questions. All right. So today is December 6th. All right. It seems to me that there are projects that are postponed in the bear market and projects that are pushed forward regardless. Which one do you think is preferable? Because what do you think Apeiron should do? Okay, I don't have any like good ideas of the project of Apeiron. Is because I know Lester from university. That's also why I he invited me to here to actually talk about market sentiment. But then, which do you think is preferable? I personally invested heavily into Toncoin. So I was actually one of the shareholder from Telegram's ICO back in 2018. I invest a lot of money in 2018, and I started to mine. I started my mining operation in Taipei in 2021 to focus in Toncoin, in the Ton project. Ton stands for the open network. So definitely that would be my recommendation. Okay, so that was the first questions.
Or can you would you mind giving up a reaction to the question that you picked?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
No worries. I'll just make the reaction on it. Where is the question that you just answered? I was looking for it.
Oh, okay, I will give you a thumb up.
Okay, great,
Can
great.
you see?
Yep, I
So,
saw it. Thank you.
so it was a otamase, right? Is
Yeah.
that
I mean,
okay?
if you could, it's gonna be best if you could answer the other questions. But if you don't have enough time, then yeah, just pick whatever that you could answer.
Our market opens in 40 minutes, so I'll try my best to answer everything.
Great.
Yes. Okay, my questions are as follows. With a bear market trading strategy, do you have be able to make a little profit for beginner trading strategy you can advise? So like I say, I started to mine Toncoin, and right now the mining is finished, but personally I've been staking Toncoin. So it's very simple. You just hold Toncoin, you just stake your Toncoin into nominators. Nominator is actually decentralized staking. These are like smart contracts. So you just stake. Right now is that you try to avoid centralized platforms, right? Ever since the FTX fucked up everything. So it's actually so for Toncoin, you actually stake into their smart contracts, and it's called nominators. So it's fairly easy to gain yields through that way. By holding Toncoins, you will be getting like roughly about like 9% to 13% as well. And you also enjoy the if Toncoin ever spike as well.
I read
And
about Toncoin as well. I think they are having kind of a restrictions on when they could use their tokens, right? Is there a timeline on that?
exactly, they have this contract with SEC. The settlement is actually next year April. So they have restriction on they cannot they have restriction on Telegram that cannot do business with any crypto related activities. But right now you're seeing like Ton and like Telegram they're actually bonding together right now. So it's because we are actually approaching April. So after like April, after the contract with SEC expires, then you see like a huge bull run on the Telegram on the Toncoin as well. So I think that that's actually the best investments I can tell you to do right now for cryptos.
Yeah, I only bought some half years ago, but I didn't buy any more.
You just gotta like keep staking. You just make your commitment to it.
What's the staking reward again, and how much do I have do I need to have in order to stake?
Okay, so for centralized platforms, they don't have like you don't need there's no requirement for centralized staking platforms. But
Okay.
for decentralized staking platforms, nominators, they actually requires you the official the Town Foundation requires you to have more than a 10k 10k Town coin.
Okay, I only have like 2K.
Oh, then it's okay. You know, things about like crypto investment is that I started investing into Ethereum back in 2016, and I had only 500 back then.
500 Ethereum.
Yeah. But 6 years
Holy shit.
later, and that turned into a huge chunk of money, right? And I sold it in 2021 after I started to telling everyone to short. Yeah. Now before I started to tell everyone to short. Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. So okay, next one. Welcome P1. Why are you so handsome? What? I don't think. Yeah. I don't think I am. Okay, can you share us about how to do risk management for investments? Sure. This is actually very important. How do you think about FPX incident? FTX, you mean, right? Probably FTX. Okay. For the second questions, I use actually learned my risk management techniques from the previous future champion. His name is Larry William. You guys can look him up. He managed to net uh 10 10,000%, more than 10,000% in 1 year. And he was the, like, I believe it was 1987 future trading champion, one of the year. So one of the champion. So I actually learned my risk management from Larry William. And the important part he taught me is that you, like, by the risk management shouldn't be like setting up the 2% of your like total asset, and that you set like a stop loss. Today you're willing to lose like 2%, 3%, 5%. Like there's no like there's no like fixed parameters that you used. Then that'll be, if you don't use a fixed parameters, then most likely you will lose a lot of money. It's because like it shouldn't be like the feeling things. It shouldn't be like, oh, today I feel like, okay, I'm gonna set my stop loss for 2%, 5%. It shouldn't be like that. It should be based on the volatility of the underlying itself. So okay, so let me show you quickly in the chart right here. So right here is AMD. So if you see like the AMD, this indicator is actually called ATR. ATR stands for average true range. So if you look at ATR, it shows you 3.32. 3.32. That means AMD is able to AMD in average, like it moves $3, 3.32 cents, considered to be like daily moving average, the daily moving range. So if you place your risk management should only based on the volatility of the underlying itself, right? Because like the AMD has changed to go up $3 or go down $3. So that is also why you need to do this, and then you need to use the volatility to calculate how much you're buying. So like one of the common mistakes that new investors are making is you guys are buying shares based on your feeling as well. Like today, I'm feeling like, okay, I'm gonna buy like 100 shares of Apple, 100 shares of AMD. It shouldn't be like that. It should be based on the volatility, based on the movement of the underlying itself. Then you decide, you calculate how much you're getting, how much you're buying according to your the money that you're managing. So yeah, so that's the answer for the number 2 questions. What do I think about FTX incident? He's a fucking fraud. He fraud everyone. He robbed everyone. Yeah, right. He's like, lying is never good. Like lying started like from the very beginning. He has no good intentions. This guy. So this guy is definitely a thief. You guys should go on Twitter and just curse him every day. Yeah. Hi P1, just wanted to ask you, how bullish are you? I'm not bullish. I shorted Tesla in October and I shorted Russell Index right now. So I'm not bullish. Um, Hi P1, for someone with no crypto experience at all like me, how would you suggest learning about things like shorting and future trading? I suggest you to learn from me because actually could be is because I started my trading career back in 10 years ago. And right now I even operate my own hedge fund as well. So I'm actually a very sophisticated trader right now. So it's actually the best time to learn from me as well. Okay, hi P1, what's the importance to study fundamental data such as news and about the world market? Do you think better trades future with BTC and ETH, or do you prefer altcoin for future trading? Why? Okay, I suggest you to start with stocks because it's actually easier, just so much easier. Once you're familiar with a traditional market, then you move on to crypto trading. Then you'll find it easy. You'll find it easier for you because you're actually well trained. So, like I know a lot of you guys started with investing in crypto firsthand, but what I need to tell you is that for tradings, you need to build your foundation, start from like the very basics. So trading U.S. equity will be recommended. Yeah. So yeah, for dude that want to start in trading, where do you think we start? Yeah, U.S. equities. Some exchange like KuCoin has sandbox environment. You can use like a test without using the real money. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for telling me. Hi P1, what trading platform do you recommend for trading US option or stocks? IBKR, Interactive Broker. They actually offer the lowest rate. And IBKR is ECE platform. That means they don't hold your assets. They just buy stocks or options straight from the Chicago Board Exchange. Do you have any trading recommendation plan for people who do not have time to monitor market? So I'm teaching options. I don't monitor market anymore. I just use the options to log in profits. So you might be you might want to follow my option cost or my option movement then, because usually I just trade contracts, right? I just give out the underlying and the time and the duration and expiry date. So it's basically like the option is so. See, the thing is, I started teaching options because I found option is the only tools that it's like coding language. Like I need to get you guys educated enough that you guys can read the contracts that I'm writing or I'm trading. Then you understand why I made this decision right now. So you can follow with the trades and you don't need to monitor the market. Yeah. Even I don't personally do that anymore. So if you look at the what I did with the October Tesla short, I actually use put contract. I use like the buyer side of put contracts and seller side of put contract, and I lock in profit in the spread. So I don't. It was all. It was the thing. It was already predicted, and it was like the first. I already write all the contracts, and I just wait until it drops. So it's a different, like trading option is actually a different mindset from trading trading from the traditional way. Like people started with staring at screen and looking at candlesticks, but for like if you do that for like a couple years, you figure out that you don't actually make money. You don't make enough money. The reason is being like because you're chasing something that's already happened, right? Um you're not you're chasing something already happened, and you're not actually profiting from the first like the first wave. So options allows you to trade in the future, and that's a different mindset. So yeah, so trading options is actually the only way to to not stirring to trading option is the only way not to monitor the market. Hi P1, any advice for a person who lost all crypto in FTX? Well, you might just wanna wait until next year, but you have to buy US equity. You guys have to understand, I've been a crypto investor for more than 6 years now. And what FTX incident did actually destroy the investor confidence and also the trust in the market. So I cannot tell you that like 100%. I cannot tell you that the crypto market will recover, but 100% I can tell you that U.S. equity will recover, and it will recover hard. If you look at the balance sheet from the Federal Reserve, we figure that the amount of money that we printed from 2020 and 2021 is actually so much money that is still in the market. It's not disappearing. It's still there. So like for next year, if U.S. equity dropped to a certain level, then institutions they start buying. Right, like what I just during this Q, I already taught you guys to look at all these institutional movement and their reports. So, if U.S. equity get to like a cheaper level, like reasonable company valuations, then institution they have so much money they will start buying. So for sure, like 100% sure that U.S. equity will recover hard, but for cryptos, this I don't know. Like I'm not sure because I think a lot of investors lost faith in the market right now. Okay. Do you think spread trading between spot and future contract like XAU USD? Do you think you can make stable profit if you have enough instrument and programs? Yeah, that's just basic arbitrage fundamentals on the future and the spot. This I need to have like I need this. We need to host another sessions for explaining the arbitrage mechanism between spot and future. I cannot explain this in like 10 minutes. No, I need like 40 minutes to explain.
You come back next time, right?
Yeah, I can come back next time for because these are very technical. So only like the hedge fund traders they understand.
Yeah, this person is technical.
Hello, P1 trader. Thank you so much for explaining your explanation. Good trader and excellent position management expert. May I ask, how do you manage your position in bull and bear markets? And how do you make sure you stick discipline you set? If you're in a bad mood after investment failure, how do you adjust your state? So first, I don't trade. See, the thing is, you mentioned like how I stick with the discipline I set. Only trading spot and only trading crypto and stocks. If you're trading spot, then you need to be disciplined. I'm an option trader. Everything I do is already I trade based on event, right? So I do fundamental analysis and I do all kind of analysis. I already know what's gonna happen for like the next month or two. Then I just place my option contract. I just write contracts that expires for the time being. So I don't need discipline to trade. I I just do things accordingly, right? So how you manage your position in bull and bear market? Okay, so for bull market, definitely I like my positions are large. If probably none of you guys follow me in in the bull market of 2021, but I have like a crazy amount of positions in the bull market. But for bear market, I turn conservative. That's why also why you see me trading like account of a few million dollars only. I actually turned 1 million into $2.87 million right now. So for me, like I've been trading like millions of dollars throughout my trading careers. It's just that this year I only decided to use only like $1 million to trade. Yeah. So if you are in a bad mood after investment failure, how do you adjust your state? So again, like the decision I make, I'm responsible for it. So I don't have like bad mood because like even if I lose, I understand why I lost, right? I don't I don't stare at a screen. I don't trade on candlestick. That's also why I need to talk to you guys. It's like stop staring at the screen. It's not gonna help. It's like it's just gamble, right? It's just like red candle, green candle. It's just gamble, pure gamble. You're not thinking logically. There's nothing you can actually there's nothing you can chase back to your trade after you lost your money. Usually you just like be like, oh fuck man, I lost a shit ton of money and I go sleep, right? But you don't. There's no. There's the limited resource that you can look at why you lost this trade. This is also important because if you want to become an excellent trader, you have to spend most of your time thinking. Like so, if I lost, and then I will be thinking like why I lost, and I will find all kind of reasons. I will try to reason with myself like why I lost this trade. So how can I do it better next time? Okay. Thank you so much. A lot of good info and tips.
Hey, just showing your Twitter.
Oh, okay, okay. All
Just
right.
thank
Thank you. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. P1, do you have Alpha group? How to join? I have a group called Traders Club DAO. Actually bridging the gap between a Web3 investor to the traditional market. Because I think that this is what you guys need. You guys need to learn from like the very scratch. Not saying scratch, but like you guys need to learn all kinds of fundamental what really drives up the price, like what really drives up the price of this underlying stocks future. What is he made of? What do you do for fun? I travel with my girlfriend. Yeah.
And I think you missed a few questions up there. Try scroll up a bit, and then you're gonna see some questions that you missed.
Wait. Let me see.
Yeah, it's on top. Just keep scrolling up.
Oh,
Until
there.
you
Oh,
see-
wait.
So there
It's
are
actually
some.
December 1st.
Yeah, December 1st.
It's not from today.
Yeah, it was from because we made an announcement earlier, but
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's because you caught COVID, right?
yeah, I caught COVID. My bad.
No, 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 no. Okay. Can you tell us about your strength? What is your transaction success rate? Okay, so for first questions, can you tell us about your strength? I'm a very logical trader, and that's also helping me to survive until right now, even until right now. So the strength will be like I trade based on my logical thinking. I don't trade based on my feelings or my mood. Yeah. So what is your transaction success rate? I have the highest win rate throughout the whole Binance platform, so it's 83.5. So how long do you think this bear market will last? Um, it will last until next year Q1 or Q2. What benefit will it bring to user in the future? What benefits will bring to user? What kind of user? You mean my trading DAO? Um, Not sure how to answer these questions. What benefits will it bring to user in the future? Well, um, I think income. Yeah, just it's gonna make you more money, right? How long have you been preparing for this project, and are you ready now? Um, I've been preparing this project for right now is for 4 months now. Um, actually, because I've been trading for 6 years in my basement. So before I started this project, I don't go out and do public speaking. So while I'm preparing for this project, it actually helped me to actually get exposure and become a public speaker, and I think that's priceless. Yeah, so I enjoy doing it. So I think I'm pretty ready now. These are really good questions. Okay, 请问你现在看这局势会在加息的压力下继续向下，还是有望回弹？加息压力下继续向下，还是有望？我觉得会在加息的压力下继续向下。想问问你对 ETH 的未来怎么看？So I actually shorted ET. I actually made a ETH call on my channel in September. Because that was the merge happening right on the ETH. So I believe there is not much room for ETH to go down. ETH will settle around like 700 to 900 ish, like its lowest point. But then I actually made a short call on the merge, the event merge, the the event of merge itself. It's just because um after the merge, you will see like price plummet from 1500, sorry, 1600 all the way to right now to like 12,000. So yeah, I think that we might see Ethereum bottom at 700 to 900. But one thing you guys need to understand is that Bitcoins and Ethereums, these are antiques. These are like old old technologies. Okay? It's like it's like it's like it's like buying, like if you want to buy Ethereum next year, conservatively you should own Ethereum as well in your portfolio. But then um what I think of these Ethereum is that it's like really old technologies. Even if after merge is still pretty outdated as well. So I don't think this kind of technology will scale big in the future. I think it will scale, yes, market cap wise, but the technology itself has limitation right now. So it's best to actually look at the newer projects. But Bitcoin will always be there. So Bitcoin is like the ancestors, right? So yeah, for ETH's own future, this I'm not sure. I already made my comment on whether crypto market might recover. It will recover, but how long? How long will it takes to recover? Right after FTX fucked up the whole market. So as many might wonder how those call made and how do you make decision to long short based on what data? I already showed you the data I'm looking at. So it's yeah, so it's all like the very statistic or that I'm looking at right now. When did you start trading? I started trading back in 2016. I needed to take care of my dad. He was actually very sick. He diagnosed with leukemia back in 2016, and I had to pay for like um a large bill every month on a monthly basis. That's also why I started trading because it helps me to there's no limitation on where I should be. So I don't need to work in the office. I can work in the hospital. So that's also why I started trading. And how long did you take for you to where you are right now? It um took me so I started trading in 2016 and it took me 2 years to actually see my account skyrocketed. It's because in 2018 I went to okay, so in 2016 I actually saw a video on YouTube, and the YouTube is introducing like all these Japanese day traders, and like his name is BNF. I think some of you guys might know about like these Japanese legendary traders. But back in 2018, what I found is that I look at their screen. So on the on the news, it shows like BNF talking. Like there's monitors at his back, but then there's his monitor. What appears on his monitor? It wasn't like candlesticks. It wasn't like green candle. It wasn't like red candle. It wasn't even charting. It was all like numbers. So I was like, yo, like what kind of trader doesn't need to look at charts and just trade on numbers. Then I figure, oh shit, they're actually like all the good trader you see, they're all option traders. Yeah. So that's actually what makes me where I am right now. Is because in 2018 I made a decision to become an option trader.
Right. I guess we have every question answered. And I
Okay.
think, yeah, I think Peter is kind of in a hurry as well since the market is opening in 10 minutes. But
Exactly.
yeah, but just wanted to thank you again. I mean, it's been a pleasure to have you here. We really wish to have you here again. So I guess in order to get him or to easier for me to easier to convince Peter over, like if you haven't already, just go hit the smash button at the announcement that I made. Like if we have a lot of reactions, I guess that he would be more willing to come back. And also for the people, like even if you didn't ask a question, but if you ask the question, you have to make sure that you are in his server so that they could give you the role in order for you to see the stuff some and the cost that he make and also get the access to a free mint that is going to happen soon. If you even if you didn't ask a question though, feel free to drop in, swing by, and see what requirements that you have to do in order to get the same free mint that everyone did. I guess we should be good for now, and I'll go back to trade or buy that damn put option too. Is it too
Okay.
late to still buy now?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, the expiry is in 4 months, right?
Right,
So yeah. So just
right,
so you got like 4 months time. Don't worry.
right. So I don't have to buy today, right?
Yeah, you don't need to.
Okay, but I should. It sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, NFA, I don't give financial advice.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, and almost forgot about this for sure. So everything that Peter said is not financial advice. He's not asking anyone to do any kind of investments, nor is this any opinion from Apeiron itself. Like Apeiron is a fucking game with cute dudes, right? We don't teach people how to invest. Only Peter does. Okay, all right. So I guess we don't want to spend too much of your time. Thank you so much for your time and swinging by. Look, we would really love to see you again. I'll
Thank you,
try to
guys.
work the time with you and hope we could bring you back again and answer to Phil's question. You could spend another 40 minutes explaining how do we do spots and future tradings next time.
Okay, sure.
Right.
This is arbitraging on the spot and future. This is very technical.
Yeah, we will be waiting for that. I mean, I would love to learn new stuff. I'm sure Phil does.
Okay, all
All
right.
right. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.